Okay, I'm back. This is part 2 of Queen Afua. So, let's see if I can remember where I was at. I think I was at the part where, like, there's like no guarantee about your health, your wealth, your all these different kind of things. And I realize at times when someone that I know or whatever is struggling or something like that, and especially when that mother energy comes up, it's like, okay, you got to make something happen, because your child needs you, or this or that, or whatever. And it's like, life just doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way, and it never has, and it never will, and because at any point that you're willing to disrespect yourself, which you created to be in the situation, and now all of a sudden, because you find yourself in that situation, you want to break like the laws of gravity and everything else, as example, so that you don't have to be in that situation. So then it becomes your physical will is over your spiritual will. And that's not how it works. I'm sure you can just be like, that's how it's gonna work, I guess. I'm just saying. So for me, it's like recognizing that place. And in October of 2020, October 2020, I got what I consider the hardest, cruelest lesson of my life. And it was like super painful. At the same time, a year and 4 months later, again, it was the best thing that ever happened. So it's like, if I would have ran away from those experiences or done whatever, to get away or outside of those experiences, like what, where would I have been? What would have happened? Why doesn't this side of the community have any benches? It's like, there's one bench up there at the front, no more benches. And the other communities have so many benches, but that's okay. I'm gonna walk up here to a more energetically place. You can feel the energy in this community that I live in, which is, I'm thankful, because, like, look at this beautiful tree behind me. Isn't that tree beautiful? It's like so beautiful. All those roots. That's a climbing vine tree. And a few months ago, you could see all the see that big root. You could see all the chameleons or whatever, lizards and stuff. They were always on that tree. It's so awesome. So anyway, the tough, like, those situations were like tough situations, and you wonder why. And I felt like I was misunderstood, misquoted. I felt like I wasn't giving the chance or the opportunity to explain what happened. I was just judged harshly. And I had moved through that part of my life where I felt like I had to be judged harshly, that I had to be penalized, that I had to have horrible, terrible experiences, to be able to get this and get that, or be able to pay something back, or the karma back. I had gotten to the point where I'm not even available to, okay, well, this is your karma, or okay, you have to be able to deal with people who were like you. And it's just like, no, don't. No, I don't have to do any of that. It's like, when you know better, then you do better. That's all that I'm looking at. You know better, you do better. And you're going to get the sum total of your life. You're going to get what you created yourself to get, you know? And nobody has to basically put up with your shit. Nobody has to put up with you acting ugly or nasty because you had a hard life. Nobody has to put up with you acting some kind of way because you got some kind of title. You're a mother, you're a father, you're a sister, you're a brother, you're this or that. So that gives you the right to mistreat anyone. It doesn't. It gives you a right to be by yourself. If you can't control yourself around other people, then just sit by yourself. Why do you even want to be around people to mistreat people, to do things wrong to people, to hurt people, or do whatever because something happened to you? You know, so it's like when you start pulling back those layers and understanding that things are happening in your life for spiritual reasons that you created yourself. And until you get to that place where you understand that as your truth, everything's going to hurt. Everything's going to bother you. Like I saw this one comment under Queen Afua's lecture, and the woman was like upset, it seemed, because she felt like, I'm paraphrasing, that, you know, that the burden put on black women to get themselves together is not giving room to the black man and for him to take responsibility. And I've heard this said before, you know, basically this person did wrong, so whatever truth is in a message, you know, a person's not going to receive because that person is wrong. So let's just put it another way. Let's put it this way. Someone gives you the message that they have $1 million for you. Now, when they gave you the message, they told you that you have to climb the highest mountain and do like 20 million things before you got your million. And then you looked over there and the black man is like, well, he can just walk up and come and get his million. So what you're telling me is that basically you're going to not take your $1 million because you're upset that the black man just had to go pick his up and you were told to go climb, you know, Mount Hiroshima or whatever. See, when you break it down, it just doesn't make any sense. You know, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. So at that point that it doesn't make any sense like that, you know, it's, I mean, I understand now. It's like people just aren't, you know, they're not ready. And you can't be ready until you're ready. And nothing can make you ready, you know, no talk, no lecture. You could talk to someone for hours and hours and you're just not ready. You know what I'm saying? The person's not ready. And so that's why I switched from like the whole life coach thing and stuff like that to the oracle, because life coaching and counseling and therapy and stuff like that, that's more like, you know, someone's just trying to bombard you past all your experiences. They're trying to give you reasons why this, yes, it hurt you, but it shouldn't hurt you. It hurt you, but it shouldn't. You know, it's like brainwashing you the other way, you know, and that just doesn't work. It works for a small amount of time and then let something real happen in your life and it just doesn't stand up. And so that's kind of like what I was thinking today when I was, you know, in this situation where healing, and understanding of what's going on for the person. It's like, it's just really nothing I can do. That person doesn't trust me. That person doesn't trust themselves. And that person doesn't trust who created them. So what really needs to take place in this situation is that person, yeah, they have to go seek and see what it is, because I don't even know what it is. I don't even know what it is to help and help, you know. And I no longer feel like I'm in that position to have to help or need to help or whatever. And that's kind of what the whole Queen Afua, her message today, when I was listening to it, it was just like, wow, really, you know, her coming back up and listening to her and the things that she was saying, it's like a confirmation. And it's like, you know what, when you're ready, these kind of messages will come to you. When you're ready, the Queen Afuas will come to you, the Black Magics will come to you, the Sistra Myra will come to you, the Q Reeves will come to you, the Seven Bomars will come to you, the Ossets will come to you, the tribes will come to you. I have the Atlanta tribe, the Alabama tribe, you know, the all different kind of people will start showing up and manifesting your life. The Kadapa Meditation Center in Atlanta, you know, Manju Jin, you know, people like that. Those people will start coming into your life. They'll start manifesting in your life. And then there's also going to be times that are like in the Bible where Moses got in trouble and he had to walk in the desert for, they say, 40 years, you know. And it's like, it'll be times when you'll be by yourself. It's been times like that. And so it's like Sister Myra talking about the 360 degrees, how you have the one zodiac sign in 180 degrees, and when that's finished, someone asked, like, what do you do when you've done all you can? And she's like, then that's when you just release it and you just relax and you let spirit take over, you know, Mother Universe take over. You let that spirit, you let that feeling, you let that unexplainable take over, you know. And I was dozing the other day listening to one of her lectures, and she mentioned how she was in a situation, she had got upset about it, and out of nowhere, her sister's grandson, who she had never called before, contacted her. And he knew the person who she needed to get something from, who she had just got mad at, so she couldn't get that from that person. And it's like the synchronicities, you know what I'm saying? When you sit back and you're like, that's what that means. And she's like saying that, you know, the external is going to be pulling on you and pulling on you and pulling on you, trying to get your attention. And from there, from the external pulling on you, you have to look at it and be like, okay, well, what am I gonna, you know, what am I gonna do? You know, how am I gonna handle the situation? What am I gonna do? And when you release and let go of it all. And so I've been looking at that, because ever since she talked about it, I've been looking around and I'm seeing what she's saying. I'm seeing where, you know, I'm holding my own self up, where fear is displaying itself, or agitation is displaying itself, and different things like that are showing up. And it's like, oh, okay, I see. So when money came up, when stuff with my family came up, when I'm walking and or running, there's dogs out, when that came up, when there were some spirits that were in my house, and they were just, some of them were okay, they were just playing around, but some of them were like, had kind of like that energy that I kept like looking, you know, because they would boom, and I'm looking, and it was like a startle, and I just got tired of it. And so that was there. And so it's like, okay, everything is like, you have to trust your spirit to the point that you know your spirit says that XYZ won't happen. And even as all the events are taking place that it seems like it's going to happen, you're still standing and knowing that your spirit's not going to happen. And so, you know, everything is, and I liked how the confirmation of individuality, you know, how everyone's walk is different. And and they're going to see things different and understand things different. They're going to get their answers different. Stuff like that is going to happen differently. And because it's like people get like I've noticed people get like insight on something, and it's okay to share. It's just you're trying to build something on it, and you haven't even done the work yourself, you know, and then you take off running. And it's okay to take off running. However, you still have to do the work yourself. You know, getting likes on Instagram or social media presence or whatever, or getting money, that's never the exact opposite of healing. It's never that, you know. So at that point you want to be able to just continue your journey, you know, if that's what you want to do. I mean, you don't have to do it if that's what you want to do. So all right, I think that's about it. I'm ready to walk home and listen to the rest of Queen Afua's lecture, and I will post this in a little bit. However, you all make sure you hit like and share my videos, and make sure you put comments in there. I will answer you back. And if it gets like into a bigger thing, we can go ahead and like set up a Zoom. I'll do one-on-ones with you and stuff like that. And let's just see our community grow and share with each other our experiences and things like that, and see where this part takes us together. So I'm really enjoying it. It's funny because I didn't think that I had anything to say or anything would come out. I didn't know, you know, how this whole thing would happen with the hashtag Blue Couch with Storm, and I'm really enjoying. I'm glad that I set it up. The information to set it up came at the worst possible time. Like it really sucked. Just like, why would Spirit give me this information or whatever? It sucked. So, and now look how beautiful it is. Now the person that I was feeling sad about 2 years ago and all that, now we're here, we're in Florida, we have a beautiful life together. Everything worked out. It just needed to work out on its own time and own healing. You know, like everybody has their stuff going on or different things like that, and no one can get someone to their healing place quicker or faster or this or that or whatever. It's like, and people may not even want to do that this lifetime, you know, and it's just up to you to understand yourself and understand where you're supposed to be. So back quickly to that lady who was saying that comment with the whole Queen Afua thing and men, and you know, she said something about gaslighting and this and that or whatever. And I think the profound thing also was that you're going to draw to you what you are. And a lot of people think they are in a different place than they really are. And then when their energy draws in these people, they're like, you know, what is happening or whatever. And it's like, because you have to do the work on yourself. You have to understand yourself. You have to heal. You have to process. You have to do all that. It's no skipping steps, you know, and no matter how beautiful you are or how much money you have or whatever, the result is still going to be the same. You're going to draw to you the type of energy that you are. And you have to heal that. And then even after you heal that, the type of energy that's going to come is still that same type of energy. It's just a matter of you're going to be more aware and willing to heal, and it's not going to be so much disruption as it was before when you were a baby and you're healing, and that person also. And then you all will be able to basically work together, hold each other up at different times. When it's hard for him, it may be easy for you, and vice versa. So things like that happen in your spiritual healing. So yeah, it's just a lot that goes with it, and you have to go on the journey, you know, sitting back and sitting from an angle of your hurt and pain, from a filter of your hurt and pain. That's not going to change nothing or help nothing, whatever, because gravity is still gravity. It doesn't matter if you dispute the formula for gravity. Doesn't matter if you say you don't believe in gravity. The fact is, it is. So the same way, the fact is you're not going to get the partner that you want, whether it's a man or a woman. Someone even brought up some poly stuff, and Queen Afua was exactly, it doesn't matter. Having more partners doesn't make your life work better. So if you aren't okay with yourself, doesn't matter if you try to create a tribe, a village, or whatever, it's going to be a hot mess because no one in there is healing, you know. So it's just up to you to make sure you do what you're supposed to do. And the only way that you know what you're supposed to do is to spend time with yourself so that you get your personal private message and not someone else's message. And there's nothing wrong with meeting people and you see the things that they're doing, like meditation, yoga, different things like that, and you see people who are doing things like that. That's okay for you to start out like that, doing meditation and yoga, whatever, however you want to find out what speaks to your spirit, what makes your spirit heal itself, what makes your spirit go on that journey of healing, so that your hurt and pain that you have bottled up inside of you, even though you're presenting yourself outside like everything's fine, everything's good, whatever, and you go home at night and you're sad, you're lonely, you're crying, you're discouraged, you're asking God, where is he? And it's like God's sitting there like, where are you? You're not in your prayer closet. You're not spending no time with me. I can't even talk to you because you got your life so busy with everything else. You're talking to other people, you're encouraging other people, you're lifting other people up, and no one's doing that for you because they don't know the real you. They don't know what's happening with you. They don't know your hurt, your pain, because you're hiding all of it. You're hiding. And that's how you're going to die. You're going to die hiding. And it's just no need for that, you know? It's like you can take yourself, get in front of who created you, who doesn't want you to suffer, doesn't want you to have hurt and pain, wants you to release that hurt and pain and bitterness that you have inside of you and just heal so you could live the beautiful life that you manifested for yourself. It's like all of that is like available to you if you choose to go on the journey of healing. And it's like no one can do it for you, and it doesn't have to be hard. It's just you reaching out to yourself and deciding you're going to heal, that today is going to be the last day that you're going to be bitter, sad, lonely, unhappy. Today is going to be the day that you embrace the fact that you were created for a reason, you know, and then you're just going to walk in it. It's like you're never too old. Like, what is old to God? God doesn't see you as old, you know, all the different things that people tell you and say, even things that you tell yourself. So you get to have a wonderful life if you decide to walk it out and go ahead and heal yourself. So, and that's something that no one else can do. And there's no kind of conversation or talking or whatever can get you to understand that. You just have to get in your prayer closet, your meditation, whatever you do to get in touch with yourself. That's what you have to do. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead up. I'm going to come back out and get me a veggie burger. But anyway, say hi to my friends. These are my friends. Let me talk to them. This is my new one down here. They don't talk as much as these do. Hi guys, say hi. You're on IG. All right, that's it. I'll catch up with you all later. All right, wholeness.